My name is Shane. I'm from Love This Track. I want to thank you for doing this interview with me today. Super appreciate it. So, can you start by telling us how you first got started rapping?
Yeah, I used to do like spoken words and poems back in the day, and probably doing that for like a year or two. Eventually, because I grew up listening to hip hop. Like hip hop dance was like my first love, so it was an easy transition. And so the more I started listening to songs, and I was just like, you know what, spoken word is cool, but I was missing something. So that's when I started to grab tracks, the instrumentals from like YouTube, and I would put some of my spoken pieces to it, and then I was creating whole songs at that point, and then that's when I was like, I'm just gonna make that transition and just start rapping. So that's definitely how I got started, in the rap game.
Okay. So, does your background in like doing spoken word, does that influence your style now?
Not really. Um, I wouldn't say it did. From being like back in the early '90s when I was listening to Common, and I seen some of these old hip hop heads for the first time. I
Yeah.
think that's what shaped my sound now.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. What's the inspiration behind the title of your debut EP, Genesis, and what has the process been like of releasing your first project?
The inspiration came, Genesis, just the meaning of Genesis, meaning the beginning. So I kind of wanted to put just a piece out that summed up what this project was to me. Just the start of many projects. And putting it together has actually been, fun. And sometimes it was a little nervous. I was a little nervous with it because I didn't know exactly, if I should use this song or that track. Just common things started to go with putting a project together. This is my first project. So this is my introduction. This is how, everybody's going to get to know me. So it's been a process of making sure everything I put on this project is something that represented me in a way.
Yeah, no, I understand that completely. When I was listening to some of your music before I did this interview, I listened to songs like Two Way, and Don't Know Why, and the stories you were telling in those songs were really moving to me because they were so relatable. Did the ideas for like those songs come from your own experiences?
Well, Don't Know Why. Yeah, it was my experience to the T. And we don't know why. It can actually go either way. It can be meant for a lover. It can be meant for a parent. When I, came out with Don't Know Why, people may not catch it, but eventually I'm talking about my father in that song. So that's definitely a life experience of mine. And with Sue, I've never been in that situation, but that's how I would act in that situation. And I feel like that's just because that's who I am. And Two-Way came about just hearing guys have conversation of, women always crying when a guy cheats. Why don't y'all just cheat back? And then I remember saying that statement, and that would kind of push me to write Two-Way even more because it's like, okay, then I'm going to make one for my ladies instead of, crying in the corner or, being heartbroken. They're going to boss up and they're going to play the game too. So, yeah.
So since part of your stage name is Barz, clearly lyricism has to be important to you. So what do you think about lyricism in rap today?
I definitely think a lot of it is missing but I mean, some people call it the evolution of hip hop. So it's whatever way you think of it. I think of lyricism. I think a lot of it's missing because nowadays hooks are more catchy than the songs. So hey, let me just get a hook put a dope hook on a dope track, and boom, I don't really have to be a lyricist because they gonna buy it because they can move to it. And I think it's lanes for both of that, but I do feel that it's more of that sound than lyricism, like the early '90s when it was just like people judged what type of rapper you was by how lyrical you was. I don't feel like that's in today. With some artists it is, but I feel like that's what's not here anymore. They don't judge a rapper by their lyricism anymore. They judge them by the sound of their beats, with their hooks, sounding like, you know, if anybody can move to it. You know, I try to keep my style in the era of telling a story that people can follow. If I can tell a story and people get the story, then I feel like I've done my part in a particular track.
Okay, yeah, see, I totally agree with you on that. I got you. I saw you. I actually saw you do this freestyle on the Hip Hop DX Instagram page, and you had mentioned this line that stood out to me. You said, "I'm gonna change the game, erase the gender lines." How do you feel about female rap currently?
I think it's on the up and up. I feel like that cattiness will always be there, especially if certain female artists feed into that. But I feel like it's so many underground female artists that are trying to break through. Now you have some that's lyrical, then you have some that, you know, kind of conform into that sound of now, like, I'm just gonna create catchy hooks and just do whatever on this. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
But I feel like it's a void in female hip hop as far as lyricism, as far as storytelling, you know. And so, as far as I like the fact that it's a lot of females, you know, trying to break into the game, but at the same time, I feel like there is a void with female lyricism.
I think I definitely agree with you on that as well. There's been like a really big resurgence of female hip hop artists, so I think it's cool, like especially being able to interview with you, like seeing what you're doing. I've seen on your IG page, like on your personal IG page, that you were in a photo with Remy Ma and Papoose, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Who are some artists you like to collaborate with?
Oh man, I'm all over the place with that because I'm actually a big R&B head. I love R&B. I might even like it a little more than I like hip hop. But
really,
I would definitely, you know, obviously some old heads, but I would love to bring, you know, to be collab with people that probably ain't even doing music no more. Like I would love to collab with Eve. That's like probably one of my top favorite female MCs of all time. I say nowadays, like this generation, what some people I would like to collab with would probably be like Bryson Tiller.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to. I think they're dope. Janae Echo, I think that'll be a dope collab. Ross, J. Cole. Yeah, those some of the Childish Gambino. That's some of the few people I would love to collab with. I think it'll be a dope joint if we did.
Okay, that's crazy that you said that about Eve, because that was the first person that when I heard you, I was like, dang, she sounds like Eve. Like, you have the vibe. Like, it was more of the vibe. I was like, that reminded me of Eve a lot. Like, Rough Rider days. Yeah.
Man, that's kind of what drew me to her, because she remind me of me in a lot of ways.
So, like, well, once your project does drop, what's next for T-Barz?
Oh, man, sky's the limit. You know, I want to get into everything. I want to get into a little bit into fashion. I want to definitely get into acting. Like, that's been something I've been wanting to get into for years and years to come. And, you know, so once this project drops, you know, we're going to start touring. And then I'm just going to work on my next project and just try to saturate hip-hop in every area that I can.
Okay. Do you want to, like, what kind of things do you want to act in more? Like movies, television? Like, is there like a certain genre?
Yeah, I want to do both. I feel like, you know, I don't really have, I wouldn't want to do nothing like horror, because that ain't my vibe. Like, I don't think I could come off scary on camera and it be believable, you know?
Right.
So, but you just never know with training, but I definitely shows, movies, comedy, I would want to do it all.
Just everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing though. Well, I want to thank you again for doing this interview with me, and like seriously, I wish you all the success in the world. Real quick, where can people find you at?
You can find me at T-Barz, it's TBAR, 4 Z's. That's on all my social media, in Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Not Felicia, but T-Barz. YouTube, T-Barz. Yeah.
Is there going to be any more like freestyles that you're going to be doing?
Yeah. Every week. It's balls on Thursdays or heat every week. It's a series of 7. I did 4, so I got 3 more to go to the release of my EP. So it's gonna be one this week, next week, and a week after that.
All right, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Thank you again, Barz. And you have a great rest of your day. No problem. Peace.